All right. Thank you for coming on in to the live. If you do make your way on in, go ahead and hit that like. It helps us out despite no viewers. But yeah, go ahead and come on in. It's been a bit since we've been on the stream, so let's just go right into it, shall we? So we got some news, some CPI data coming in to the core CPI in less than 5 minutes. Let's see how it comes in. Okay. Do, do, do. We're right around settlement at 948. Let's go ahead and turn on some ambient lighting. There we go. It's been a hot minute. Got some resting liquidity up at 21K on NQ. ES also doing its thing.
Sweep NQM5 CME buyers at 20,977.75.
Let me see if this actually played that sound effect when I did it.
Absorption ESM5 CME buyers at 58.64.
Okay, it did. Okay, looks like it's going to hit that Monday high, 21K inbound.
Sweep NQM5
And
CME buyers
news.
at 20,997. Sweep
Let's go
ESM5
take a look at the
CME buyers at
footprints.
5,882.5. Absorption ESM5 CME buyers at 5882.
A lot of 436 buyers there. Doo, doo, doo. Do we come back on some of these buyers here that were most likely liquidated shorts at 21K? Are we going to get acceptance at 21K or fake out breakout? We're basically break even on the session. Let's go see what ES went up and did. What was the news? Okay. Right within expectations for the most part. We are getting nukes on the 10-minute, so stop loss hunt around the high. How many points above the high was that? About a 70-point pop above the highs on Monday. Do 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 do. ES also took out that resting liquidity. Do we go and test that wick and that volume imbalance? That is the question. Is it trying to reprice above the Monday high? That is the question.
Absorption ESM 5 CME sellers at 58.75.
Got about 400 at 58.90, but it's laddered. Hey, what's up, Emery? I got all the volume stuff sorted so Discord won't bleed through. And I'm muting myself on the Discord right now, so it's kind of like private. Getting some bearish divergence on Optima playing out with the nukes. after that pop to the upside, about 70 points above yesterday's high. Coming back beneath the trend dots, getting the money flying away. Let's go see where we are on the footprints. Yeah, I got it all linked up in Wave XLR now. I don't know why I didn't do that before. So hopefully there's no echo or double sound. Could you let me know if there's like double sound or whatever like it was yesterday? I did a bunch of like test records, and then I also like, you know, tested sounds like this to make sure they're coming through. Hopefully. We're break even on the session, so we're not really rewarding either side right now. There was that pause on, or that capitulation by China on the tariffs. Is that bullish or bearish? Who knows? The CPI was just within expectation. That little pop-up. No idea whether it's going to be sustainable or not. Just watching. I'd like to see it rip beneath 21K a little bit, with a little bit of gusto to recover the wick. I'm here for the wick recovery. If it'll go against these buyers, then it'll start punishing them. But most likely that was a short getting stopped out, so it can basically go back without having to worry about paying too many people. You got about a 60 lot seller that just entered there. I'm trailing 100 ticks into a short right now. I'm going to hide behind just above 21K. If it comes back above 21K, I'm out for now. 150 ticks up. Here's the proof in the pudding. That drum sound is turtle fucking sound? What? The turtle sound, the drum, that's the book map. That's like when it's going down within a certain percentile rate, down here at the bottom right by my head. If it goes above like negative 30% in aggression, it starts to make a drum tick. And when that drum starts to subside, then the wave or whatever it might be over. It's good enough. I'm gonna close it there. 170 ticks for a scalp. Not bad on the eval there. 150K eval on top step. Beep bong. So we'll just take that off for now. There's 91% on Bulinox. If you didn't, oh snap! I gotta redo the Bulinox like icon thing. Give me a second here. Let me close this out. I can do it live. We'll do it live. So you don't worry about doing anything different when trading off hours. What do you mean, trading off hours? Oh, I mean, it was a news play, so it was kind of just it was what it was, you know. Let's export as this. Do I need to use the artboard? No. It should be automatic. I guess it didn't. Why would it not save that? Yeah. Ah, it was 150. Maybe I need to make it 300 PPI, perhaps. I mean, yeah, like if it's an eval, like sometimes you can, you know, do whatever you want with the eval. Like, that wasn't a paid account. I wouldn't do that with the paid. Let me just get that out of there. Move this back. See if that fixed it. It did. Good. Yep, and we're starting to punish the buyer here at 21K, which was most likely a short that got popped. So with the theory of this resting liquidity at 21K getting popped and then watching all those buyers forcibly buy, I was looking at it as a stop run. I shorted the pop up here and then took profits on that as we went down. Ilhadi, what's up? I see. So you're looking for the pretty good. How about yourself? Let's test to see if the Discord gets picked up or not. This will be a good test. Weird. So we had those like nukes up for, I mean, you can always play the London session. Like, I don't know if you wake up early. Look at this. So you got the London silver bullet. Honestly, I would love to play London. This thing right here. So right here. I mean, it's technically an idiot box, right? And then we stayed within the bearish super trend. You had this bearish super trend come down. We hit it. We came down, and then looking at this as like a double bottom slash recovery of this like candle over here. There was kind of like a fair value gap over here like this. If you do quarters, like we came into this gap, and then we kind of like came above that midway point of the gap, and you could have just longed. You could have played the range up and then been up in that trade theoretically from London. So playing the London time, this indicator that's free is a kill zones. It's called ICT kill zones by Tradinator, and then it will give you below like the hourly like the ranges. So London has like a, you know, technically it's like basically doing like this double bottom on London. And so, you know, what I just did with that like fading up here bullshit, part of my French, like this, you know, is not a real setup. That's why it was on an eval. But this would be a proper setup. You would be seeing it come out. And then if we went back in time, let's see, back in time with the footprints dragged in down there. You had a volume point of control at 850 that we were flirting with, and then we went generated 2K in sell side and never what followed through on the sell side. So as we started to come back on this part, this little person down here, 111 at 835, that would have been, you know, playing the volume point of control at 850, and that kind of midpoint of this gap, that could have been a juicy setup you could look for during London. So basically about, what was that? How many hours ago? 3 hours ago? So about 3 hours ago, you know, from that window of 4 or 5 hours prior to now, we'll have a setup possibly show itself. Like if we go to London before, look at this. So London before, day before, had that huge gap up. Boom! So imagine if you caught that. So honestly, arguably, that's better than New York did. New York did a whole lot of chop suey, right? So London. Your answer is London. Does London always do it? No. But yeah, that's pretty massive, right? The last 2 days were fire. Let's go back to another London. So 2 Londons ago was chop suey, but even then you could have capitalized on something. Like they had, you know, like 100 points here and there. 100 points is 100 points up to that high region. And then New York had a more violent move. Is there another time that might be good for live accounts? Yeah, that's what I'm answering. Cool. Cool. All right. We're going to just keep it chill. I'm gonna, we got 30 minutes till the open. Booyah. That was decent. I just need 2K more on this eval to pass it. I'm not in any pressure to do it. Could do it today, could do it tomorrow. I'm not really pressed. Let's go back to the 86 sellers entered at 2105. Oh yeah. What's up, Dave? Pretty good. I got the audio sorted, so it's like I'm talking to myself now. I'm just gonna make sure it's not. Pretty good. I got the audio sorted, so it's like I'm talking to myself now. All right. Nice. I don't know if it'll like lag my system, so I'll just be like pointing out what I see in here. That's cool. That was an interesting CPI pop from London. I was watching it fade on some lots up there. Don't know if it can sustain, but it's at least holding the range. There's a 86 seller that joined at 2105. They're starting to toy around with some characters here. Yeah. Yeah, that's, I mean, that on the 2 minute you had like a big old doji of both sides. So we're just kind of playing within that CPI news wick to wick right now, just kind of figuring it out. But yeah, like London basically sent it. Somebody was asking about London, so they were like, what other sessions can I trade from New York? And I was like, well, London for the past 2 days has been fire. Yeah, I've been saying it forever. Like, if I could trade London, I would prefer it. You know, it's just, I'm working. Who is talking? Yeah. London kind of does like, there's like these set buttons, you know, it's like, it, here, let me, I'll put a context to it so that it like has some sense that it's making while I'm talking. So give me a second. But you basically, here, I'll just post it in that chat here. Nice. Like a lot of, this is not the right one. Sorry. Oops. But anyway, like London is going to like a lot of times test the high or the low for the day. So you could either long or short off of what London does a lot of times, and then you'd be right. T.O. in the house. We can't do that. We'd miss all the banter. Yeah, sleep deprivation can catch up with you. You gotta get rested. You always gotta stay rested. Weekend is the good time. Who? It, somebody said that he used 2-day and 10-day fib levels, and that's all the zones are. Or is that trader smarts? Ah, okay. Yeah, it's yeah, it's a diddle in the middle, and if it's not going down, it's doing something else. Boink, boink, boink. Check this out, Emery. Literally can consult the crystal ball. Boink, boink a doink. That's nice. Tiggle bitties. Well, it's just out of principle, like trying to understand. Nice. Have you ever gotten into TD9 sequential? Okay. His name's like, what is that? TD9. No, there's this guy, Thomas DeMark. Tom DeMark. He made, yeah, he's like into like nines or whatever. But there's like these 8 to 5 manipulation zones, and got into that for a while, and that the zone you're posting is like kind of has to do with certain like manipulation things on a TD sequential range where it kind of like if it goes above that, then it's long kind of, and there's a multiple of them, so that could be it, but I don't know. Yeah, Emery, the Apex accounts went up. Yo, shout out to the second viewer on the live. Oh, interesting. I think I've seen this guy's thing before. I'm going to copy that link. Thanks. I'll save that for later. Thank you. Donuts. I'll be right back. Booyah, I'm back. Got some coffee. What can I do? Meth is one of those weird drugs. Booyah. Yo, welcome to the second viewer. So we got some people peeling off some profits up here. 282 in sell side taken, but still even on the session. So could go test the value area high down at 20,940-ish. As some laddered orders on this range that are setting their stop losses down below. Yo, what's up, corn dog? Corn dog in it. I am the great Cornholio. I need TP for my bunghole. What was it I heard about Snowpiercer being some sort of like sequel to the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or something? Did I hear that correct? I don't even know what Snowpiercer is about, but I heard that and I was like, wait, how is that a sequel? It's about a train that's running through the mountains or something, right? Okay. Never mind. I don't know why I heard that. Get to the back of the bus. post-Human Torch. That's hilarious. Snowpiercer. When people were doing those like Ghibli images, you know that one where the girl's on the sofa and all those guys are standing around her? Like, I saw some pretty terrible like Ghibli ones, conversions, like that was one of them, and I was like, oh my god. And we're open. Whoops. Spleen Piercer, the movie. All right. Let's see where this goes. Hitting some sell side. Let's go see what's up. Coming under the Monday high. Do we go and test daily open? 954.
Sweep NQM 5 CME buyers at 21,000.75. Sweep ESM 5 CME buyers at 5,866.25. Sweep NQM 5 CME buyers at 21,005.25.
And buy side hit.
Sweep ESM 5 CME buyers at 5,865.75. Absorption ESM 5 CME sellers at 5,866.5. Absorption NQM 5 CME sellers at 21,017.75. Sweep NQM 5 CME buyers at 21,017.75. Absorption ESM 5 CME buyers at 5,868.75.
You never know. We went in and took about 800 in buy side with that burst up there on the open though. But still on the session, no side is in control just yet.
Absorption ESM 5 CME sellers at 58.70.
We got the wick up at 2166 to recover. Nice.
Sweep ESM5 CME buyers at 5,869.5. Sweep NQM5 CME buyers at 21,032.
Detrimental bowel movement. Oh yeah. Time to make the donuts. Yeah, I don't know about that. You got a large resting order at 5,880-ish, like on ES, 243 contracts up there.
Sweep ESM5 CME buyers at 58.75. Absorption ESM5 CME sellers at 58.75. Sweep NQM5 CME buyers at 21,051.25.
Just went and grabbed another 1,000 contracts in buy side. Nice. What is it? Like a Saudi investment meeting or something?
Absorption ESM5 CME buyers at 5,874.5.
We definitely got more, like, we got at least to that 880, that like static buyer at 880 on ES.
Absorption ESM5 CME sellers at 58.76.
Hasn't hit that 66 wick just yet, but it's right there. Oh no, it did.
Sweep and QM5 CME buyers at
There's what, some
21,067.75.
contracts up there. Little turtle poking out.
Absorption ESM 5 CME sellers at 58.78. Absorption ESM 5 CME sellers at 58.81.
Deep. Coming back on the wick area. Value area high moved. Nice. Oh shit. Didn't really pull back on much sell side just yet for that much aggression. That could be. getting some delay. The wick at 65. What is it gonna do? Acceptance above or rejection below? You got a 75 contract buy at 63.50. Does it reward that participant or punish them? So far, it's good. that 76 contract buyer at 63.75 is getting a little bit punched right now. Some buyers adding. Not that many yet.
Absorption ESM 5 CME sellers at 58.78.
Is up, so not wrong necessarily.
Sweep and QM 5 CME buyers at 21,083.
Bam! Hitting about 500.
Absorption ESM 5 CME buyers at 5,883.25.
Alright, so we've got 72 hit up there, 2100. We got 7 minutes till the hourly close. Gonna close out strong, most likely. Who knows? Nice.
Absorption ESM 5 CME sellers at 58.85. Sweep ESM 5 CME buyers at 5,884.75. Sweep NQM 5 CME buyers at 21,120.5.
And buy side with that burst up. Pop on some shorts.
Sweep ESM 5 CME buyers at 5,885.75. Sweep NQM 5 CME buyers at 21,116.75. Absorption NQM 5 CME sellers at 21,124.5.
Hitting 316.
Absorption GSM 5 CME sellers at 58.90. Every pullback gets slammed to the upside, so be careful. Trying to short this just yet. This could be a breakout, fake out. It's pulling back on the sell side. This 700. The 700 fires that were hit. It's, if it goes below 119, then that would be no longer on the other side, but so far it's still on the other side. Now we close. Yep. It's flirting with that 700 buyers zone that it hit at from 124 down to 119, but it's getting acceptance.
Sweep NQM5CME buyers 21,135. Absorption GSM5CME sellers at 5,889.75. Absorption GSM5CME sellers at 5,890.5.
That is the way.
Absorption GSM5CME buyers at 5,890.5. Sweep ESM5CME sellers at 5,890.75.
Did you see Biden falling asleep on the view? So we've hit about 3,000 in buyer aggression thus far for the session. Still got more up above like 5,900 for ES, about 300 contracts this day. I don't know if that's a sell wall or what, but it's been there a while. You can just buy it in combo retest. there's also like, it's also about history, how long it's been there kind of thing. If it's the what did he do?
Sweep ESM 5 CME buyers at 5,896.5. Absorption ESM 5 CME sellers at 5,896.5. Absorption GSM 5 CME sellers at 58.97. Absorption GSM 5 CME buyers at 5,897.75.
That's
Absorption GSM 5 CME sellers at 58.98.
About 300 contracts so far. The year the opening was at 21,269. I don't know if it did today, but yeah.
ESM by PCM sellers at 5,894.5. Absorption GSM by PCM buyers at 5,894.5. Absorption GSM by PCM buyers at 58,996. Absorption GSM by PCM sellers at 5,896.5. Absorption GSM by PCM sellers at 58,998. Sweep and MUM by PCM sellers at 21,170. Absorption GSM by PCM sellers at 59,900.
A bunch of stacked orders at 21,990. Yes, just clear that 59,900. Stops is 59,910. 59,882. Plus 0.
ESM by PCM buyers at 5,904.5.
Just grab about 374 hours.
Sweep and MUM by PCM buyers at 21,100.5. Sweep and MUM by PCM buyers at 21,107.5. Absorption GSM by PCM sellers by 5,908.5.
Slight pullback here.
Or not.
Sweet NQM5 CME buyers at 21,222.25. Absorption ESM5 CME sellers at 59.10. Sweet NQM5 CME buyers at 21,237. Sweet ESM5 CME buyers at 59.11. Absorption ESM5 CME sellers at 59.14.
5K in aggressive buyers on the session thus far. No end in sight. Pulling back to the Bollinger Bands. There's like a, yeah, it's just as it gapped up, but we're almost at the halfway point of the hour, 10 minutes. Yeah, that's well, having experienced public healthcare in Japan, it's like, hold up, we're pulling back, and somebody just bought 185 contracts at 210, but
Absorption ESM5 CME sellers at 5,905.75.
short and then scalping it.
in Japan, like, children up until high school are free for medicine and treatment. Yeah, for sure. Pulling back on the 228 contracts at 210. Does it hold? Looks like it's going to punish the buyers a little bit more. It's coming back to that like range where we paused for a little bit before we popped up. Just trying to find support. Shout out to the 3 viewers watching. Go ahead and hit that like if you don't mind. The algo is fierce.
Absorption ESM 5 CME sellers at 59.10.
America.
For me? From the open. Okay, let's go back.
Absorption ESM 5 CME sellers at 5,909.25.
So basically, we break even on the session at the open, and then we kind of pulled up, and I said there was like a 200 order of buyers coming at the volume point control at 2105, and then we had another 138 at 2117, and then we just kept kind of, it was like 768 buyers that bought off the volume point of control and then just held it, and then it never went back after that. So you could assume that the buyers were in control at that point.
Absorption ESM 5 CME buyers at 5,908.25.
Because it was break even on the session, and then just kind of testing the lows. So yeah. Well, we went and hit 5K in buy side, and now we just pulled back on 1,000 or 200, but it's put us under the 5K mark. So we're kind of fatiguing out on the buyers a little bit, just kind of having a little bit of a pullback and or like consolidation, like trap delta, the slingshot or engineer would not seem strange here. We've had this bullish super trend going on the 30-second all the way since the open, and we're just hitting it and breaking it now, so the bullish super trend is officially tapped on the 30-second anyway, but it was holding since the open. Volume point of control has moved to 2110 now.
Absorption ESM 5 CME sellers at 5,905.75.
Yes, just have an aggressive 300 seller get absorbed in terms of like they just want it out, so they just sold aggressive. Could sweep 900. Looks like there's some orders to grab that for anyone that's potentially wanting to get back along. Unless those are defense for what they already swept at 903. Is this volume point control at 210 gonna hold, or are we just gonna range around this volume point control? Yeah, take care, Emily. See ya. Peace. What are you referring to, woke? What time, how long ago? This is like 9:37, so we're talking about like, what, 7 minutes after the open? Or the... Hmm. 40 minutes ago, so just before the hourly close. Gotcha. So on that burst up right around the wick that we recovered kind of thing. I was talking about it at the time. I was just like, wick recovery at 60 whatever 2, or what was it exactly, like 65. I was like, reject or acceptance above 2165, like we were consolidating there for a little bit, and it was the previous wick. If I go back to that time, yeah, there was like, we had hit about 1,000 in buy side, and then we came down and just hit. It was kind of static. There wasn't really any noteworthy volume, and then suddenly, boom, 389 right above that 65 wick acceptance above, and then 125 and then 205, and it was just aggression with no looking back. $81 buyers at 225, 82. Somebody's closing out a short and or buying now 90, 42 at 228.
Absorption ESM 5 CME sellers at 5,906.5.
Okay, starting to punish the buyers here a little bit, slightly. Going to the volume point of control at 209. Didn't really hit so much in sell side just yet for how much we just pulled back from 225 to 207.
Absorption ESM 5 CME sellers at 5901.
Just hit the volume imbalance there. The 300 plus sellers or buyers at ES at the laddered orders at 900 just got hit. There's 898, 897 with 200 more, 300 more, sorry. Going to sweep that, it looks like. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Did we go through that wick at 190 or what? Looks like the ES wants to burp down a little bit. Just burp to 898, gonna grab the 897. There's a fresh order of 100 lots at 895. Donuts. Had some frozen error for a second there.
Absorption ESM 5 CME sellers at 58.98.
What's going on? Why am I frozen? Nice. Way to go, man. Yeah. I'd say so. Fees are fees. Entries are entries. $8.95 has another fresh 100 lot, as does $8.95 and a quarter. It might burp down again if it breaks through this low. NQ has a lot of resting stuff there too. I don't know. It might play around in this area first. Those Wix rejections off the comma and whatnot. Burping to the downside.
get that acceptance below the 706. We got 10 minutes on the hourly close. How much of this rejection wick will it be? See ya.
Sweep ESM 5 CME sellers at 58.98.
All right, Dave. Appreciate it. Yep, have a good one. Yep. So it went up and grabbed about 476 buyers there in that pop. Was that a stop hunt or a second leg up to break the highs?
Sweep NQM 5 CME buyers at 21,247.5.
grabbed another 323. Just swept the wick.
Absorption ESM 5 CME sellers at 5,907.5.
Bursting above a value area high in the wick. I'll stick around till the candle close on the hourly and maybe slightly after. So I'm resting at 265 on NQ. Could be a sell wall protection area.
Absorption ESM 5 CME buyers at 59.06.
We're a hop, skip, and a jump from the yearly open. Okay. A lot of buyers here with no follow through here at the value area high. Looks like they're trying to like pop some shorts.
but it doesn't look like a true like follow through breakout.
Sweep NQM 5 CME buyers at 21,252.25. Absorption NQM 5 CME sellers at 21,254.75.
That was your pop on the shorts. Does it hold 255 or reject here? Coming back to the pop zone, going beneath it. Aggressive pullback. Twitching to the downside. Just a 600 lot player at 260, either creating a sell wall it happened after the pop, so looks like some sort of defense of that zone at 260. Hourly closed, by the way, pretty strong close. That's 2 hours of solid green. The yearly opens at 269. Doesn't seem unrealistic at this point, but they could just fall short. Going for the 600 contracts at 260. No.
Sweep ESM 5 CME buyers at 5,907.75.
market, an aggressive pullback. Pretty damn aggressive now. Alright, just pulled back on 225 contracts of sell side after grabbing 626 with that pop up to the 60s. Let's go on to test the sell side now. Watch your longs. Grab 272 in that 2K trade drop.
Absorption ESM 5 CME buyers at 59.06.
Alright, ladies and gents, I thank you for tuning on in. We're probably going to head down to the volume point of control, test those volume imbalances down at 207-ish, and or get a delta slingshot double top to go down first. But I thank you for tuning in. If you did tune in, consider hitting that subscribe and like, and